Alrighty, so yesterday evening, a Georgia recount in Fulton County was delayed by a Dominion server crash. Imagine that. The officials in Fulton County said that the Dominion server crashed and stopped the recount, but technicians from Dominion have been dispatched to resolve the issue, so they won't be able to resume counting until at least tomorrow, as the flight in from Beijing, I guess, takes a while. I'm not so sure what's going on there. I find it just a little bit funny that it happens to be a Dominion server crashing in Fulton County, probably the most corrupt county in all of Georgia, to be sure. But I don't want to get out my tinfoil hat on this thing. It just seemed to be a bit remarkable. Of course, as you know, Sidney Powell has alleged in her court case in Georgia, she has alleged that the Dominion people have actually bribed Brian Kemp, the governor, and some other high-ranking officials, and claims to have documentation that can prove this. So that would be very interesting to find out that that's the case. Not surprising, Dominion voting system has denied these allegations on Sidney Powell's part, as has Governor Kemp. But then again, would anyone think that they would admit to it? This would surely send them to jail for many years, so I hope they get caught. Initially, a federal judge had issued an order that all of the voting machines in Georgia not be wiped until further notice, but hours later he reversed the order. He noted that the machines at the center of the request are in the position of county election officials. So you can make of that what you will. In Pennsylvania, an appeals court judge, Patricia McAuliffe, has made a determination that she believes that this lawsuit will fail on the grounds that the election by mail-in ballots in Pennsylvania was unconstitutional. I find this to be pretty interesting, as the Pennsylvania Republicans are pushing to take back the power that they once gave up to be the ones who seat electors. And so the Republicans in Pennsylvania are pushing hard to make sure that justice is done in the state. There's at least one appeals court judge there that believes that the GOP's lawsuit is going to succeed once it gets to the Supreme Court. So Pennsylvania remains very interesting. Today, Arizona legislators and also lawyers for President Trump will be meeting in Phoenix, Arizona. And this meeting is going to be very much like the one they held in Pennsylvania, where there's going to be witnesses, there's going to be evidence presented to the fact that there was fraud carried out in Pennsylvania and in Arizona and other places. But this one's going to be on Arizona, of course. And so this meeting, hopefully, it's going to be as productive as the one in Pennsylvania, as that meeting in Pennsylvania really got the ball rolling both judiciously. It got the ball rolling legislatively, and in Arizona, the hopes by the Trump's team is that this is going to kickstart in Arizona the same type of movement that we have in Pennsylvania, where the Republican legislature is actually going to do something. And so this is really something to keep your eye on in Arizona. One last story that's interesting and should be kept up with is Matt Brainerd and his voter integrity project. The FBI has actually asked to see the data that he has compiled, and this data would suggest that at least 180,000 votes in the three states that are extremely close, Arizona, Georgia, and Wisconsin, are clearly fraudulent, and he can prove it. Now, the FBI, this is the first time that they've ever asked anybody about anything as far as we can tell. It seems like they have been on radio silence, as well as the Justice Department, in doing nothing about this election whatsoever. But I think they're starting to see that once again they're going to end up with egg on their face if they sit on their hands and just set another one out. They're working their way into complete irrelevancy. And so that's the election news that I have for today, getting this week started out. I would start out by watching that Arizona meeting, because that should be very interesting. So you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you in a while.